Bridging the Gap is about getting a group of youngsters together with the elderly and asking us questions about stories about our past and exchanging ideas. And today, we were fortunate enough to get a fantastic group of young people. I am going to test, or we are going to test your knowledge. How much you know about the West Indies and the Caribbean. But I'm going to take out some things here that I want you to identify. You know this one?
Mango.
You're sure?
Yeah.
You're absolutely sure?
They said it, so yeah.
They said it.
Is that a melon?
A what?
A melon. Apple?
A what? This is going from bad to worse. This is called a breadfruit.
Oh. A breadfruit. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
No. Come on.
I knew you didn't know that. You
If
didn't
you
say
knew,
it.
you
How
would
you
have
didn't
said
know
it.
that. You didn't say it.
All right.
Would have said.
Okay. And yes, you put this in soup. Cut it up, peel it, cut it up, and put it in soup.
It looks like a big turnip
can-
almost. Like, I don't know.
Is it hard?
Undercover.
Is it hard?
It's not hard.
Is it soft? Is it soft?
When you cook it.
When you cook it, it is
What does it begin with?
D.
D? I'm not too sure. D? Nah, I couldn't tell you.
It's called dashi.
Dasheen.
Dashi.
As in D-A-S-H-E-E-N.
E-E-N.
This one now. Ha ha ha.
What?
What is it?
I think I've seen it.
What is it?
It's hard right now.
It is
Yeah.
hard.
I forgot what it's called. I've seen it before.
You've seen it?
Think about it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Yam.
And we
Ah, yes! Well done.
good.
Well done.
Oh,
Is that an apple?
No, it can't be an apple. It can't.
What?
Avocado.
No, it isn't.
Pepper.
No.
That's not pepper. We call it pepper, I think.
No, you don't call it pepper. You don't call this pepper. In Jamaica, they call it chocho. We have a more sophisticated name. In Trinidad, we call it Christopher.
Christopher.
we just say chocho.
In Jamaica, they say chocho.
We use that in soup
Yeah.
or all vegetables. You
can
can use
use
it
it,
with
yeah.
a lot of other vegetables.
You must know this one.
Sweet potato. That's sweet potato.
Sweet potato.
Okay.
Go on.
No, it's
Go on.
Oh no! Is it sweet potato?
Ah, well done. We grew up as youngsters, we grew up in the Caribbean,
that's true.
and this is what we ate
Yes.
most of the time.
How old were you when you came to this country, and who did you come over with?
I was supposed to come when I was 13, but I didn't want to come, so I keep on putting it off. I didn't want to leave my family, my friends, my teachers, my neighbors, everybody. I didn't want to leave my community.
I was 25. I came over by myself on a ship, the aeroplane.
Right, I came over at the age of 20. I was here on my own, I came on my own, and I came on board a ship, and that was my first trip out of Trinidad.
My husband came 1960 and I came 1960 separately. And I was 26 when I came.
I came here when I was 19. I didn't want to come to England. Not at all. You know, my mother keep telling me I got to come. And I refused 3 times. And she said, no problem. She jumped on the plane and she come for me. She took me to the travel agent and get my papers out.
We all came for 5 years to stay in the country for 5 years.
Yeah, we all come for 5 years.
Just
to
5
stay
years. And we stay for that 5 years until it roll over to 10 years.
Until it reached 55.
What was England like when you came over?
Oh, it was dark, misty, foggy. It wasn't very nice. I started crying, I want to go back. But then I couldn't go back, so I just had was to make do.
When you first came to this country, did you buy a house?
My home was this attic room for something like 3 to 4 years. My focus wasn't on I need to buy a home. All I need to do was to live day by day and to gain experience and to be in the theater.
When I came up, my mom and dad was living with one of my brothers that had a house. So we were staying there, and just a little after that, my dad and mom, they went and bought their own house. So I moved with them.
We had was to rent a room. We were just living in one room. The room was £3, 10 shillings a week. And then, along with that, you have to pay your light bill, and you have to pay for your heating as well. And in those days, we didn't have central heating.
I didn't like sharing with other people. And because of me and my complaint every time, my mom got a house.
We couldn't have a bath or a shower every day.
Talk about the bath.
We wait until weekends when they turn their commercial heater that hot the water. We have one bath each person. If you don't get that bath on Saturday evening, then you wait until Sunday, and that's it. It's finished.
Who were you closest to back home, and why?
My mother had 10 children, and dad came, and he sent for 8 of them, actually. So I was quite close to my grandmother, home. And when I came here, my brothers and sisters, so I was family.
Yeah.
I was very close to family.
I came from a single parent family. I was brought up by my mother, who was a tough cookie. Oh God, she was a tough woman. Total respect for her. But because she was a single parent, we never had that sort of closeness or that bond. But my aunts there are 4 women who I talk about in my life. Yeah. In a strange way. And even my mother, I would say, through her resilience, her dignity, I am who I am today.
What were your dreams when you came to this country?
My dream was to work hard. I left 3 children behind. So my dream was to try and get a home and then to send for my 3 children that I left home. But in those days, things were very hard. So we had a sort of community. And that's how we sort of get together, our community, and we throw the partner. So if you get £3.50 for your wages, and then that £20, that make you £23 for the week. So then you can send some home for children, send some home for your parents, pay your rent, and buy food, and save to go back to work.
What did you most dislike about England?
At my time, there was a group of guys, they call them teddy boys. They were going around picking on black guys. And black people, not black guys. They were in gangs, 6, 7 of them come in and they see you alone, they beat you up. It was a fun to just beat you up. What I did, because you see, I came from Jamaica, Kingston.
Yeah.
So I what I did, very quickly formed my own gang. Weekends, you never see me on the street unless it's 6, 7, 8 of us.
Yeah.
But it wasn't gangs, it was groups.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we never fight.
No.
We only defend ourselves.
Stronger in numbers,
Protection.
though. We're
Yeah.
Stronger in numbers.
So I didn't like that because you have to defend yourself at all times
Yeah, constantly.
during those days.
I really had to thank, and today I thank the Jamaicans because they were totally responsible for getting rid of the teddy boys. Because when the teddy boys realized that there's opposition, they thought after a while there was no problem. So because of them, I was able to walk the streets and felt a lot safer.
Well, when I came to England, I realized I was a black person. I was a young black woman, a young black girl, and I just couldn't comprehend. You know, I went home and I said to my mom, you know what, someone just called me at Denman Street because she sent me to the shop. And I told her, and she said, and what did you do? I said, Mom, I'm not going to tell you what I said or what I did.
How did you contact your family back home? Did you have a mobile phone?
Me? No, my dear. In those days, there were no mobile phone. And you're lucky if a telephone is in the house where you are.
No, we don't know nothing at all about that.
Nothing like that.
You still have to write letters.
So we have to write letters.
I want to direct this question to Rudolph, as I know you're on the TV scene. What did you watch on TV when you came over here?
Well, when I came over, of course, in those days, it was all black and white. We had Sunday night at the London Palladium. We had things like comedy shows like Morecambe and Wise. BBC did plays for today. You know, very high quality Wednesday night theaters. There weren't many, if any at all, black actors in it. But and so those were the things that I watched as a young person in the UK.
Did they have McDonald's when you came to this country?
No, nothing like that.
It was just cheap shop.
Nothing like that. Only the fish and chips.
That's sad.
Only the fish and chips.
That's sad. True or false? I made the right decision coming to this country.
True or false? I wanted to go back home. I think we all know the answers to that. Yeah. Oh, false.
But why didn't you want to go back home?
Simply because that my theatre just professionally doesn't exist in the Caribbean or in Trinidad. And if I wanted to advance, if I wanted to, you know, the sky was the limit, I had to adapt and say, yes, either America or England, and it happened to be England. So I knew I was here for
A reason.
foreseeable future.
True or false? I enjoyed eating the fish and chips.
No,
True or false? I consider England to be my home now.
no, there's a double-edged
Got a
sword.
problem.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is that we got to say half and half. We got to say one or the other.
I hold England as my home now. I did went back to Jamaica and spent 3 years out there. My husband and myself, we said, no, it's not for us. So we came back.
I still think of Trinidad as home.
My family's here. You know, I go to Jamaica every year. I've been doing that for time. So I spend 6 months there, I spend 6 months here, so really I don't know where I'm at.
So yeah, halfway.
Halfway there.
What advice would you give to us young people growing up in this country?
Stay strong.
Yeah.
Stay strong. Love one another, respect one another, and grasp what you can. Learn what you can.
Yeah.
Do the best you can for all you meet, for you only pass this way once. And be a leader,
Yeah.
not a follower.
That is one of the most important things.
Choose something that you love and be true to it continuously. You know, just keep on working at it. That you love, that is good.
You all are setting examples. Consider yourself as pioneers. Consider yourself as responsible for the next generation, it is a hell of a responsibility. And you're not too young to embrace that responsibility.
When we first came to this country, we had none of this. We had rice and potato.
Yeah, very different.
And I missed all this when I came. I would make up songs as I came here. Looking at the trees, no mango, no tangerine, no oranges, no guava, no star apple, nothing for me that interests me. So I would sit at the window and sing and look out and says, I want to go back to sweet Jamaica, you know that's my home.